3A, to Unit 2, Day 3. What's today? Wednesday? Wednesday. All right, so 20th. Say that again? Yeah, Jan 20. All right, here we go. Here comes a big question. Hey, anybody know what the three corners of a triangle add up to? Say it out loud. Yeah, 180. 180 is your first guess. 90 second guess. 360 third guess. Yeah, because it's all about features and stuff. They squeeze a little bit of algebra like I'm about to do right now. Yes, please. You sure?
Yeah.
Sweet. Moving on. Oh, yeah. Well, some people I just assume they're like that's smart people.
Page is done. The third page is done.
On 7.
That's bad news for you all.
Why?
Because we got to go on day 4. Vertical lines are congruent. How do we prove this conjecture? Let's draw a diagram. Let's see what they got in the pull-out section and see if that helps us. Easy. What do you got in here? Thank you for looking out. All right, here we go. Well, that didn't help none. I was going to draw this picture. Well, that's bad news. All right, draw an X. Let's see what they're going to do. I was going to do all of that. All right. Draw an X, put ABC in it. I'm going to let me see if I can say it to you before we do the math version of it. You pause this thing. Right. And you help me work it out. The relationship that C has with B, C is married to B. Let's put him in California because my wife watches ID in another state. B is also married to A. So they both have the same relationship. In other words, C is married to B. A is married to B.
Sister wives.
Okay. That makes both A and C the same thing. They're both
Sisters.
Sister wives. That's what
they're both spouses. They're both wives. Yeah, they're both wives of the same thing. And because they're married to the same guy, they're I don't know. Say it.
Sister wives.
Oh,
Is that a show? Is that
Yeah.
what we call it?
polygamy? Wait, I know.
Yeah, it is polygamy.
So they live in Utah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
Utah, the Church of Latter-day
It's a
Saints
town
used to
like where I
condone it,
was
but
born,
not
like
as
near
much
where I
anymore.
was born, where they like it's still like people still.
Wow. All the wives are right there, or whatever.
Yeah, no, like we passed by and like you can see like yeah.
Alright. So I'm trying to do something with it because when we do the math version, we want to prove that if let's see, that angle A is congruent to angle C.
That's what I was gonna say.
It is true, we know this, but in geometry somehow we have to do something.
Related to.
Yeah. If we want to say that A and C are both wives, we got to prove it somehow. If we can prove that both A is married to B and C is married to B, then we can say that they're both wives. All right, so let's do this. Let's see what's happening. Here's a math version. See if you understand the math version, even if we can't come up with a good example. Please do the following. Please do a little rainbow here from angle A to B. Anybody know how much angle A and B add up to because they rest on a line?
180.
Always 180. That's Roberto. He's old school. He has an alligator on the shoe. I wanted an alligator when I was a kid, but it cost too much. I went to Cabazon. It still cost too much. And he's walking around with it. I'm not saying El Chapo. I'm just saying. All right, in any case, so here's the deal. Because he's caught again. He can't get us.
No, he'll get out eventually.
I know. Did you hear? And they're going to be like, I didn't learn nothing today except about El Chapo and Nestle.
You recording?
Yeah, I know. That's for the kids at home. They'll be like, oh, we missed it. El Chapo was there? No, El Chavo del Ocho. Right? For those who don't know, some people are like, what was that? What's that? When I was a kid, I watched El Chavo, so.
You did?
I have a DVD. Yeah. I was in Central America, so that's what
You popping? That's like.
That's right. There goes A plus B equals 180. All right. It's too late. She's already related. Not two people. Y'all don't know each other. Here we go. The second part I'm going to write is this. See, what color can I get? I'm going to use green. It's kind of messing up. So let's undo some colors here now.
Oh, for real?
Let's make it back. No, you keep it up. Here goes. C plus B adds up to a certain number because they rest on a line. Anybody know what that number is?
I really need to go floss.
Help me out. C and B. What does it add up to?
180.
Yeah, always 180, always 180. C plus B adds up to 180. They're supplementary. I should have asked for that word, but it's too late now. Here is the part. Yes. Here's the part that they want you to do in order to prove that angle A and C are congruent. Watch this. If A plus B equals 180 and C plus B equals 180, well, we know B is the same B. It doesn't change. So the only way both of these guys can add up to B and equal 180 is if they both were the same amount. That's what I got. That's what I'm saying.
Got it.
It's a bad one. I'm about to do it over here slightly differently. But watch this. C, I'm put therefore. Watch this, therefore. You put it on your paper, I'll give you credit. Therefore, that's a math of therefore. Those three dots, also the Vita Loca. Depending on where you put it. Therefore, A equals C. Take a look at it and see if you can feel it. Daniel has $100. I have some money, and Marcos with a K has some money. Now, here's the deal. The amount of money that I have, when I add it up with Daniel's money, it adds up to $180. Okay? You have $100, right? Did I say he has 80 or 100 to begin with? Remember 100, that way if I forget, you can tell me back. You have 100. When I add my money to yours, we have 180 together. Got it. Marcos, it turns out, has X number of dollars in his pocket. And when he adds his money to Daniel's, he also has $180 together. The question is, how much money does Marcos have in his pocket?
$8.
Yeah, wait, I got $80. Right, the idea is like if when both our money's added with one guy to add up to $180, right, we all have to have, he and I have to have the same amount of money. In other words, these two guys have to have the same amount. If we add up with this guy, it's 180. Last time. Just write what I write, and when they show this one on the test, we should be all right. Here comes. Please write down this thing, A plus B, blue stuff, A plus B, equals black stuff, C plus B. Now, for those of you who don't like math and you checked out about 30 minutes ago, write whatever math teacher writes on the board. That way when you turn it in with your green check marks, you get credit. Here's a math problem for those of you who are superior. For those who are not, you could be. Just pretend. Look and think and do like that sometimes. Like you get something like this. Watch. You don't get nothing. You don't get nothing. Yeah. People around are like, whoa, what'd you get? Like, I don't know. Oh. And hope the teacher doesn't call you like, well, what did you discover? I don't want to say right there. It's good. Yeah, all right. So here's what happens. We're going to eliminate the B from both sides. B minus B just leaves the A. B minus B just leaves the C. And again, in the second way you have proven that A equals C. These two guys just happen to be called verticals. Write down verts, V-E-R. Is it C-L-E like that? Yeah. Oh, that's what it is. Dang, when did it change the spelling? What?
No.
Vertical. Yeah, what's up with that? Hey, let's see. The three angles, please highlight. Not the whole thing. Angles in a triangle add up to 180. Angles, underline, 180. Grab a highlighter, there's one nearby. If you do it with a pencil, I guess it's okay, but your brain would appreciate it if you did with a colorful highlighter.
Yeah.
Oh, how can I show this? How can I show this?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I'll do some with Z's. I'm doing with Z's. Yeah, alternate interior.
It's like cement.
Okay, got it.
I hate it when they move it.
All right, here we go. Now this is going to be a mess. Highlighter 1. Please put a Z with a D. Oh, yeah. Yeah, did. Here goes. Put a Z
The same color?
with a D. You're going to be doing two Z's, so they're going to be two different colors. a Z with a D. This is alternate interior. That means A and D are equal to each other, so I'm going to do it like this. Angle A is congruent to angle D. Alternate, I'm going to even write that. Alt, int, angles. I'm going to put the angle sign with an S on
Wait,
it.
is that the C?
Alt, int, angle symbol. It's like a less than symbol which represents like angles, so we don't have to write the whole word. I'm going to do it again with the backwards Z. Hopefully you can see a Z here, alternate interior. And I'm going to do it backwards with the green. It looks like a C? Not if you squint. All right. E and C have the same relationship as A and B. Now this Z thing is the most important. They love to use over and over. So angle E is congruent means you're identical twins. Identical twins. Exactly as angle C. The way I can say that because they have a label. It's called alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles are automatically alt, int, angles. So far, so good. I feel smart. All right. Yes, please.
What? Is that LS?
LS.
Over there.
No, it's angle symbol. Is this math talk for angles?
Oh, it's off. Yeah.
So it's actually less than, greater than, but it's an angle symbol, and we put a little S. I think sometimes you actually put the S inside of the mouth, and it's angles, so that it doesn't look like less than, whatever. All right. Folks. All right, here comes the last part. If it is true that the three corners of a triangle add up to 180 degrees, and it's also true that any angles that rest on a line equal 180 degrees, one of them we know already. It's a fact. Which one is a fact? We put this blue line. The blue line is a fact jack. What is it? What do you mean like fact jack? He knows that angle D plus angle B plus angle E must add up to equal 180 degrees because they are supplementary. I apologize, this probably will be on the test. It'll probably be like a 3 or a 4. So if it's a 1 or a 2, you just need 2 out of this section, don't stress. But for those of you who are like, nah, I need a 3, I'm going for a 4, you'll need to know all of this.
I can't see.
Take a look, take a look. Pause it. I just magically did it. Alright, so here's the deal. The blue line, you don't have to prove. The blue line is true. We know that things that rest on the line are supplementary. They add up to 180. The colorful line right below it is the line that we have to prove. We have to say that the red matches the blue, which we did with the red alternate interior. The green matches the blue, which we said with the alternate interior. And the B, which is blue, matches itself because it's itself. It's reflective. The bottom line is true. The top line is true. Write that down. I'll give you the points. How about that? Oh, no. Anyway, thank you. And the last one will make it blue. Here it comes. Green. 2x.
No, you would write 2x.
Plus what?
Plus 5. That's my base. Well, that would be
Like it's
oh yeah, plus 5. And then equals 180.
Uh-huh.
And then you bring down 4x plus 45 equals 180.
Oh, you guys do 45? I don't do the 45, but I'll do it the way I do it, even though you are right, what you're saying here. Even though I tend to do this extra move.
Yeah, see.
All right, there's a setup. Here it comes. Everybody who's just a regular number, you leave the left side. Go to your own kind. Those of you who have an X, you guys stay on this side. Here you go, X. You stay here. And your friend, you stay on this side of the equal sign. Everybody else, go to the other side of the border. Can I say the other side of the border? Where you are a red 35. The border is the equal sign, and then the 10. Some people are running their campaigns based on that. You gotta get out and vote, right?
Why do you put your perfect down?
I want to put them next door to it, but I ran out of space.
Oh,
but they're on the same side. I'm going to put the same number, but the opposite sign. So instead of a plus 35, I'm going to put a minus 35. Instead of a plus 10, I'm going to put a minus 10.
Why is that?
Because the rule is when you do this version, yeah, we can throw it to the opposite side. Or they can be sad they were happy over here, and now they're sad that they're on the other side of the border. Whatever. All right, here goes. Let's combine that 2x and 2x. Anybody know what 2x and 2x equals? 4x will do. 4x. We don't have calculators out, but hopefully somebody can do like some mental thing. 180 minus 35 minus 10.
45.
Say it again.
What is it?
You say 145?
How'd you get 45?
Oh, it's supposed to be 4x.
Oh, it's like
Thanks.
I'm running
Isn't it 135?
135.
Say it again. You say 135?
Yeah.
Can we get, okay, some people back that up, 135, okay.
I know that.
Oh, why would they do that? Why would they do that? Because now it's going to be a decimal answer. Someone else may not be able to see it, but since 4 goes, you know, it won't go out evenly.
it's off.
I wonder why they would do that. Do they think you guys have calculators?
Hello? Are you out?
Huh.
Are you out?
4 goes in 13 3 times. It produces a 12. Carry the 1. 4 goes into 15
It's
3 times.
33.75.
0.75.
Yeah.
And then the other your own paper.
Did you put 34?
I'm gonna put was that 3? I'm gonna put 3 over 4. I apologize for that answer, but if you don't have a calculator, there's no way you come up with a 0.5, 0.75. I'm gonna put it that way. Pause. Look.